Alright, hey everyone. I just wanted to do a little bit of a slightly more in detail test capture of how I modified my Akaso action camera. Now initially the microphone was buried so deep inside of the camera that it really wasn't picking up audio too well. As you can see, I'm wearing my Logitech G230 headset. I believe it's the G230. But anyway, all I did was remove the microphone and wired in a standard 3.5mm headphone jack so I can just use this headset. Now, one of the major problems was trying to separate the LCD in itself from the main PCB, which I was unable to do because they thermoformed plastic in order to keep the LCD in. So basically, when they started with building this camera, they basically thermoformed the case around the LCD, and I was unable to go in with any kind of safe tools to pop the hood and separate the circuit board, the main circuit board, from the LCD itself. So what I did was I stuck a pair of tweezers inside, not this specific pair, but I just stuck a pair of tweezers so I can give myself enough separation between the plastic and the board, and then I kept my soldering station at around 230 degrees Celsius, which was relatively meh for soldering. I didn't want to burn the board, and I was able to pull the microphone out fairly simple. And now I have 32 gauge Kynar wire, just dingleberry modded with the headphone jack sticking out of, just literally hanging right off. Now, it turns out that there is space for a switched 3.5mm or 2.5mm headphone jack, but unfortunately, there's some material in the way that's around the lens assembly. Now, it seems like it's most likely just like a standard recycled lens assembly. Let's just use whatever parts we have on hand. And the structural support that I had to remove was just a slight diagonal piece. Uh, there, sharp razor blade. I used a scalpel, got a nice square area cut away, and it's right above the Wi-Fi antenna, which is giving me a little concern. So, you may have some degraded Wi-Fi performance. Plus, where are we going to put the microphone? There's very few places, and all of it is right around that Wi-Fi antenna region. And I don't want Wi-Fi noise to bleed into the audio. So right now I just want to get a quick audio test. I do have my phone going, so I do have 2.4 gigahertz. No shielding on the wiring. I really should take a picture of how horrific this looks from my side. Um, all right, so that's for that. It wasn't too difficult, but I would not recommend this for a novice modder or anyone with novice soldering skills. This was pretty gnarly, and just getting the thing apart, even though it's just a couple of pop tabs and 4 screws, easily to get apart, but even easier to destroy this thing once you're inside. So unless you're really confident with your skills with an iron and modding inside, I wouldn't say that this is hard as modding a PlayStation 2, but just as annoying.